coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
How did the Night of the Living Dead come about?
Well, I could tell the the story really, because
speak up, Jack.
George and I were having lunch in a tavern around the corner from the late Image Company where we all worked. Remember? Well, I guess I have to say it like, remember the time we were in Sam Rainey's? We were in Sam Rainey's eating grilled provolone sandwiches and sipping beer with Richard Ritchie and complaining about the commercial jobs that we lost and how fickle the advertising agencies were. And I turned to you and Richard and said, what if we get 10 of us together, just the people that work at Late Image and a few of our friends, and just get 10 people, and each of us kick in $600. Even if we have to borrow the money, we'd have $6,000. We should be able to make a movie on that, or at least get it down to a work print.
First of all, not having very much money to work with, and secondly, then to get together, cobble together whatever little money you can, and try in 1967 to make some kind of movie that you could almost certainly sell to someone.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully. So it's a calculated shot in that, and I think the horror thing was almost backed into in that way. I know that one of the rationales was that if Bill Cardille, if someone bought those movies that were on Chiller Theater at that time, Attack of the Crab Monster, that kind of movie, someone would certainly buy anything that we could do.
Yeah, that was part of the rationale, but that was later. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to say too that initially we wanted to make a movie.
Right.
And we backed into horror after we tried to talk to various people about other things.
We didn't know anyone who had any horses. Western
was out. No one listened whenever we would talk about something else.
Why didn't we shoot in color? Who wants to explain that one?
Well, we did talk at one point about converting to 16mm color, but then decided,
Wasn't it essentially the fact that we couldn't afford
initially
color?
it was, but I don't think ultimately that was, because then when we raised the extra dough, I mean, unless I'm remembering it wrong, wasn't there a point where we decided, well, all we'd have to reshoot is a little bit of stuff and we could switch to color 16?
There were a number of considerations like that eventually somehow got committed out of the production. Shooting a different ending, was the ending too much of a downer?
Yes.
There were a couple of instances.
Oh, that was long after.
That was well after.
When Russ and I drove to New York with the first print in the car, and the first people that looked at it were Columbia Pictures, and they wanted us to change the ending, and we did, sort of bravely say, "Get out of my life," to a couple of people.
Are you people crazy?
Right. Then about 6 months later, we were calling them back and saying, "Can we make a deal?"
How would you like that ending changed,
The lady holding the torch. We've thought about it. We talked it over with our friends, and yes, we'll do anything you want.